Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Launching Leaders, Making Dreams Possible Through Student Awards. I'm Paul Siska. I'm a third-year undergraduate neuroscience student at the University of Calgary and a Chancellor Circle Scholarship recipient.
And I'm Helena Cherniak-Kennedy, a fourth-year student pursuing a 5-year combined degree program in finance and mathematics. I am also a proud Chancellor Circle Scholarship recipient. We are so pleased to be your hosts for this virtual event and share with you the impact that student awards have had on our academic journey. To begin, I'd like to acknowledge that even though we are all joining remotely, I am confident that every single one of us is residing on the traditional territories of at least one Indigenous nation. I express sincere gratitude for being able to call these lands our respective homes. I am located in Calgary, Canada, on the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. Today, we are celebrating the student awards and scholarships that are made possible thanks to generous contributions from the community. Receiving the Chancellor Scholarship to attend the University of Calgary was an incredible honor. The scholarship was one of the primary reasons I chose to attend the University of Calgary, and it afforded me the financial security to excel academically while maximizing my university experience through extensive extracurricular involvement. Within the Haskayne School of Business, I have participated in case competitions, traveling to Montreal and Kingston in pre-pandemic times. I got involved in pro bono consulting projects through the Haskayne Consulting Club in my first 2 years of university, before joining the university's student-run investment fund, the Calgary Portfolio Management Trust, in my 3rd and 4th years, which allowed me to gain hands-on finance research and modeling experience. On the math side of my degree, I pursued my passion for empowering women in STEM through running the mentorship program for the student club Women in Science and Engineering. Receiving the scholarship also gave me the financial flexibility to extend my degree by a year to be able to complete both a Bachelor of Commerce in Finance as well as a Bachelor of Science in Honors Mathematics. It is truly thanks to the generosity of the Chancellor Scholarship donors that I have been able to place my focus on academics and community involvement rather than on financial support. The last 4 years of university have been an incredibly enriching experience for me, and I have the scholarship donors to thank for making that possible. Paul, will you tell us a bit about your experience as a Chancellor Scholar?
Thanks, Helena. Prior to receiving the Chancellor Circle Scholarship, my family was financially strained. In 2018, my dad, who worked in the oil and gas industry, was unable to find work here in Calgary. To support our family, he drove 15 hours to northern BC every 2 weeks. While he was gone, I helped my mom, who stayed at home to take care of my 2 sisters with disabilities. I wanted to pursue a post-secondary education, but I felt guilty asking my parents to fund my dream given our situation. I was planning on leaving my extracurricular commitments to give me some time to work while studying. This plan would change when I received a call in May 2018 from the University of Calgary, telling me I had received the Chancellor Circle Scholarship. This generous award relieved my financial worries about funding my education, but also allowed me to continue serving my community. While studying neuroscience at the University of Calgary, I would continue advocating for youth at the Alberta Children's Hospital as a Child and Youth Advisory Council member. I would also be able to continue my involvement with the Rotary Foundation here in Southern Alberta. I helped raise over $50,000 for natural disaster relief and founded a club for former Rotary Youth Exchange students these past few years. Most importantly, I was able to make connections with other high-achieving Chancellor Scholars from different provinces and faculties at the University of Calgary. I was only able to continue serving my community while completing my undergraduate studies because of the generosity and selflessness of Chancellor Circle donors. I thank them for supporting the education and development of future leaders at the University of Calgary. Ours are just two stories of the incredible difference made by awards, scholarships, and bursaries at the University of Calgary. For so many students, this support truly does make dreams possible. We will connect with more student award recipients during the breakout sessions a little later. Now, I'd like to welcome Dr. Ed McCauley, President of the University of Calgary, to speak with us.
I want to start by acknowledging Paul and Elena and thanking them for sharing their stories with us. It's always inspiring to hear from students about the work they do and why programs like the Chancellor's Circle are so important. Student awards and bursaries are critical to the success of these very deserving students. I think seeing this impact, hearing about these experiences firsthand, is a fantastic way to mark the 30th anniversary of the Chancellor's Scholarships. Student experience is also at the heart of our year of gratitude for the University of Calgary's Energize Campaign. This campaign made history, raising more than $1.41 billion as the third largest successful fundraising campaign in Canada. More than $105 million of this support went to student scholarships and bursaries, fueling about $17 million per year in student awards. We've been able to create over 200 new graduate student awards. We've been able to help more than 20,000 undergraduate students. And today, about 40% of our undergraduate students have at least one student award when they enter the University of Calgary. These numbers are extraordinary because every student award or bursary has a direct impact on the lives of our students. A wonderful example is the experience of Alicia Dimitrova. She received one of the Joyce Foundation, Jack Perrotin, and Ed and Lois Marshall bursaries. This is the generous bursary program made possible by the Joyce Family Foundation, and their donation in 2014 was the largest single gift to student awards. For Alicia, this support allowed her to focus on her studies in health sciences without having to worry about finances. And the gift proved especially important when Alicia faced additional health challenges in her family. Having this support during a difficult time made all the difference for Alicia. And she plans to pursue a career in medicine where she can give back and help others. Student awards also create the gifts of time and opportunity for our students to create new knowledge and to contribute to the world. Manpreet Deol is one such role model. She received the prestigious Schulich Leader Scholarship while she was in high school. And after joining our university and our Scholars Academy program, Manpreet went on to make extraordinary contributions to our community. Manpreet created a digital platform to provide a safe space for people with disabilities. She spent a year-long internship at Garmin developing fitness wearable technologies. She mentored young women on careers in STEM, and the list goes on and on. Today, Manpreet is a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford University, where she continues to translate her knowledge into positive impact. She's truly inspirational. Student awards can also be a deeply meaningful way to honor those we've lost. The story of Colton Lewis is a powerful reminder of this impact. He graduated in 2015 with a Bachelor of Commerce from the Haskayne School of Business. Colton was good friends with a Haskayne classmate, Brent Weiss. When a house party turned violent, Brett was killed and Colton was injured. Brett was just 20 years old when he was killed. But from his hospital bed, Colton spoke to the dean of Haskayne about creating a scholarship to honor his friend and continue Brett's legacy. This courage has created the Brett Weiss Memorial Scholarship Fund. And it's an annual scholarship for undergraduate students at Haskayne, honoring Brett's legacy of leadership, entrepreneurial thinking, and academic excellence. Students like Alicia, Manpreet, and Colton are the leaders that these awards and bursaries support. From all of us at the University of Calgary, I want to thank our dedicated donors, including members of the Chancellor's Circle and other contributors who make these programs possible. You are helping us change lives for the better for our students, and this empowers them to change lives for the better in our community. We cannot thank you enough because your support means the world to us. To share a few more stories, I'd like to turn your attention now to a short video. Thank you.
I'm Susan Church, and our family firmly believes that being able to give back is an honor. Our donations are stepping stones. They're stepping stones to enable future leaders who in turn enrich our community.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm a partner at Burnett, Duckworth & Palmer, a 100-year-old Calgary-based corporate law firm. BDMP is a longtime and proud donor to the U of C Faculty of Law, and we're pleased to support the next generation of lawyers obtain an accessible legal education. For the firm, these contributions allow us to invest in the best and brightest talent that will be the leaders of Alberta and its great and evolving story over the next 100 years.
My name is Erin, and I am a recipient of the Burnett, Duckworth & Palmer LLP Scholarship. BDP's support has allowed me to explore the opportunities provided in law school without additional financial stress. Giving back helps me dedicate time to my studies and prepare for my future career.
What giving meant to Ron Joyce and the board of the Joyce Family Foundation is the reward of knowing that students can work with great determination to follow their interests and their passions and to pursue their dreams. And surely a degree from the University of Calgary will do just that.
This scholarship not only gave me the opportunity to go to university in the first place, but it also gave me the opportunity to explore interests in ways I could not otherwise afford to. I was able to spend several summers doing research with minimal income, and this is where I found my passion for scientific progress in healthcare. And I'm proud to now be part of several cutting-edge research projects being done right here at the University of Calgary.
It's inspiring to see that supporting student awards positively impacts not only the recipients, but also the donors themselves. Thank you, President McCauley, for celebrating with us today. An avid supporter of student success, Chancellor Deborah Yedlin has supported me and my fellow scholars with invaluable opportunities to connect with community leaders and donors while being a source of inspiration herself. Please welcome Deborah Yedlin, Chancellor of the University of Calgary.
Thank you, Helena. I'm so proud to be here celebrating the incredible impact student awards and programs have had not only on the recipients of these awards, but also on our community. To build a better future, we must do our part to cultivate the next generation of educated, confident, and diverse leaders. We need leaders with the skills and the mindset to take on the problems of tomorrow, to innovate away from the status quo and redefine our systems to better serve our economy, our culture, and our society. By supporting student awards and programs, we are removing barriers that keep many students from reaching their full potential, making university accessible to those who can't afford it, and connecting students with valuable mentorship and peer support, and allowing the best and the brightest to focus their full capabilities on realizing their ambitious academic goals. Education underpins all great societies. It breeds broader perspectives and the ability to analyze, synthesize, and communicate. It leads to greater understanding, peace, and equality. An educated community will always strive to do things better rather than merely repeat what's been done in the past, or worse, accept the status quo. With your support, more students can access an education. More students can use their time at the University of Calgary to form relationships that define their careers and experiences. More students will bring their gifts and talents to study in Calgary, where they put down roots and become valued members of our community. I'm proud today to celebrate all student awards at UCalgary, but as University Chancellor, I'm especially honored to mark the 30th anniversary of the Chancellor's Circle. Many of you will remember this network of donors as the Chancellor's Club. And while the name did change in 2020, the purpose, to attract and retain high-achieving students from across the country, has not. Currently, the Chancellor's Circle funds up to 40 $10,000 scholarships annually and is renewable for up to 4 years. Since the Chancellor's Circle was established in 1990, the scholarship program has become an essential facet of UCalgary culture and has helped hundreds of incredible minds pursue their academic dreams. To ensure that UCalgary remains a first-choice university for Canada's most outstanding students, the annual scholarship amount will increase to $15,000 per year this fall. This funding, coupled with unique programming, mentorship, and supports to Chancellor Scholars, helps UCalgary develop an engaged group of community-minded alumni from all disciplines that will lead our city, province, and country towards a bright future. In the almost 3 years I've held this post, I've had the opportunity to meet our Chancellor Scholars, present and past, and hear from them about the impact the scholarship has had on their lives. During one of our last in-person Chancellor Circle events, one of our recent scholars said the scholarship was instrumental in helping him focus on his studies and eliminate the need to have a part-time job. But just as important, it removed him from a challenging home environment. He's now a second-year medical student in Ontario. These scholarships have supported students from near and far, those who are recent immigrants to Canada and others born and raised in Alberta. The goal remains the same: to educate the next generation and equip them with the necessary skills to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing world. One very special Chancellor Scholar alumna is featured in the video I'd like to share with you next. At only 15 years old, Carolina Romeo started university and made the varsity field hockey team. Carolina graduated in 2013, and she's currently a logistics operations team lead for Shell Canada. The impact of her scholarship was so strong that as soon as she was able, she became a Chancellor Circle donor herself and is now paying forward the support that saw her through her education. We'll also hear from Chancellor Emeritus Joanne Cuthbertson, who served as UCalgary Chancellor from 2006 to 2010. Joanne has helped define the student's experience at UCalgary. Together with her late husband, Charlie Fisher, transformational donations were made to establish the Cuthbertson Student Success Center, which supports students and leads to greater retention rates, and to create the Scholars Academy, which does so much to further student scholarship at UCalgary. The Scholars Academy has been instrumental in the recent success of 4 UCalgary students receiving Rhodes Scholarships to study at Oxford in the last 3 years. Please watch with me.
When we create scholarships that are attractive to very, very bright students, it's a big part of getting students to choose the University of Calgary.
Trying to decide on the right university was quite a balancing act of, I wanted to pursue my love of sports and at the time my dream of representing Canada internationally. And I also wanted to be in a community where I could learn and grow. The U of C ended up being a great balance for that, and the Chancellor's Club Scholarship kind of sealed the deal for me. The obvious benefit from it is the financial stability. However, the Chancellor Scholarship brought a community that believed in me and pushed me to dream big.
Without the leadership of our community, without the leadership of people like Joanne Cuthbertson and Charlie Fisher, we wouldn't be able to support our students though they have and give them the tools that they need in order to become the leaders of tomorrow. Charlie and Joanne supported bursaries, scholarships, and the Scholars Academy, I think, is, when we see the success we've had in terms of having our students being accepted as Rhodes Scholars, that's a lasting legacy. When you educate people, that education is something no one can take from them.
This lifting up your eyes and setting your goals higher is a big part of the atmosphere we want on campus. And it will result in huge benefits for us in the community and across the country. And I think we need to do that a lot more than we do in Canada. We need to say we can do more.
That was great. I was moved to see the passion and vision that inspired Joanne Cuthbertson and her late husband, Charlie Fisher, to become such significant donors to the university. Thank you to Chancellor Yedlin. I speak for myself and Helena in saying that we are so grateful to you and the Chancellor Circle donors who have allowed us to focus our energies on our studies and connected us with resources and mentorship to help us find continued success. In the past, I have so enjoyed meeting donors in person, sharing the details of my academic journey, and hearing from them about their inspiration for contributing to student awards at the University of Calgary. In this virtual world, these opportunities look a little different, but thankfully, they're still possible. We will cap off our event today with 4 breakout room sessions, each hosted by student award recipients. The 4 breakout rooms to choose from include Chancellor's Scholarship Program, Scholars Academy, Graduate Studies, and Helping Students in Financial Need. You'll find the links to join these sessions in the chat box. Each one is 15 minutes long, and everyone will have time to attend a total of 2 sessions or choose to stay in the same room for the duration of our event. We will also email a recording of this main program to you in the next couple of days.
I'd like to thank everyone again for joining us for Launching Leaders, Making Dreams Possible through Student Awards. I look forward to meeting up with you in the breakout rooms. Please go ahead and select your first session from the chat box in the bottom of your screen. Please stay safe and enjoy the rest of your evening.